Channel 7 Northern News. We start with the cholera outbreak.
Breaking news, 100 people are dying from cholera. Are you sick from cholera? No, I don't think so.
Hey! Hurry and hurt your stomach!
Now to help explain further, Dorothea Dix.
Okay, I'm here interviewing Dorothea Dix, and I have a couple questions for you. So, why did you decide to create all these institutions to help people?
Well, I decided to help people because I had gotten very sick, and when I got better, I wanted to give back to people who needed help.
So, I heard that your nurses did very good with their job in the field.
Yes, they did. I see them as my children, and they succeeded, and that makes me very happy.
And how was your childhood? Like, it led you to do what you're doing now, didn't it?
My childhood was very cruel, and I had gotten hurt a lot, and it would have been nice to have people to help me recover, so I decided to build hospitals to help those people that needed help.
Now back to the Channel 7 News. And now for a commercial.
Hi, I'm Bertha.
I'm Sally.
I just love my new sewing machine, Sally.
Me too, Bertha. It saves me so much time.
Yeah, I just have so much time to just be a better wife. I can cook and clean and take care of the children.
I know, and I don't have to go out and buy one. It saves me so much money.
I know, I can sew up everything right now.
I know, it's so convenient.
Really, I give it 5 out of 5 stars.
Yes, definitely go out and get one today.
Yep.
Breaking news on the gold rush.
James Marshall has found gold in the hills of the Sierra Nevada. Thousands of men are flocking to California as we speak. We are seeing a severe labor shortage as a result. We are also seeing the very first Chinese immigrants in America. Can you tell us a little about your experience with the gold rush?
Hi, I'm from China, and I came here a long, long way for my precious gold. Yeah.
Thank you. Let's speak to a 49er as well. Can you tell us a little about your experience?
Yes, I traveled all the way across the country from the Ohio territory because I heard of gold. And unfortunately, I have not been able to find some yet, but I'm very confident I will find some. Here's gold.
Hot diggity, I found some gold!
Yeah, right, Cletus, you found some gold! Wait, you gonna share some with me?
Nah, dog!
Oh, come on, man, we're cool, right?
Now back to the Channel 7 newsroom. We fully endorse this commercial.
Hello, my name is Abraham Lincoln, and as many of you know, I'm running for president. Recently, the Democratic Party has been split, and now is our chance to enhance the fortitude of the Republican Party. The Democrats may say that us Republicans will ruin the Union because of our anti-slavery ideology, but they are wrong. By getting rid of slavery, we can strengthen the Union. The South's beliefs have weakened the Union, and that needs to be put to an end. Vote for me, and I promise that I will put an end to this conflict and strengthen our country in the process. Vote for Abraham Lincoln.
I approve this message.
Now for the Channel 7 news update on John Brown.
Yesterday, John Brown took his loyal followers and had massacred an entire town, killing men, women, and children. His actions were an example of his strong stance on anti-slavery. Though this was illegal, it was for the right reason. Brown is scheduled to be hanged later today.
Now back to the Channel 7 newsroom. We do not endorse this commercial.
Hi, my name is Stephen Douglas of Vermont, and I'm going to enlighten you on why I am the best candidate for the 1860 election coming up here in November. Fortunately, the Democratic Party has split after our recent convention, and I'm going to need all of your full support to help me win this election. Allow me to share with you why it is imperative that I win this election. The issue of a Republican victory will be very detrimental to the State of the Union due to their anti-slavery ideology. There is a way to solve the slavery issue, and that is with popular sovereignty. Let the new territories and states choose what they want to do with slavery, whether allow it or not allow it. know that some of my fellow Democrats don't like to hear that because it means more power to the abolitionists that threaten the southern colonies that depend on slavery. But hear me out. We need to protect the Union, and I am for equality. I significantly helped pass the Compromise of 1850. It's bad enough as it is right now with the recent talk of secession from South Carolina. Secession, I believe, is downright traitorous, and I encourage my fellow Americans to denounce such actions. After I resolve these issues as president, I will further the expansion of our nation because it was our right from God that we expand the freedom of our great country to the world. My political experience should be a no-brainer. I have served on this country's House of Representatives for 4 years. I was also the 7th Secretary of State in Illinois. And I can confidently lead this country and make the decisions other politicians are afraid to talk about, like President Lincoln. I am Stephen Douglas, and I approve this message.
Now for the Channel 7 editorial on the Dred Scott versus Sanford case.
In the Dred Scott versus Sanford case that took place in the Supreme Court on March 6, 1857, a Missouri slave was wrongly sent under the jurisdiction of John Sanford, the brother of Scott's previous master. Scott's previous master took him to Illinois and Wisconsin, two slave states where slavery is prohibited. When the surgeon died in this free state, Scott sued his master's wife for the freedom on the grounds. However, Sanford claimed ownership of Scott because Scott was not a citizen. He is private property. Therefore, he cannot file a suit. The Supreme Court then sided with Sanford and declared that Scott could not bring a suit to federal courts because he was not a citizen. In my opinion, this decision was unjust. Slaves are just as much as citizens of the U.S. as whites are. They live here just like whites do. Therefore, he has just as much of a right to file a suit as Sanford does.
Now, back to the Channel 7 newsroom. Now for the update on the Wilmot Proviso.
In Congress, we have seen the Wilmot Proviso proposed by David Wilmot. It is an amendment to President Polk's appropriation bill. President Polk is asking for $2 million for peace with Mexico. Wilmot's proviso would outlaw slavery in the territories acquired from Mexico. However, Southern militants argue that everyone has equal rights. They are arguing that they have the equal rights to take their property with them into these new territories. The president himself favors extending the Missouri Compromise line throughout all future and existing territories. However, others favor popular sovereignty.
Now for a commercial.
Mr. President, I think you should grow a beard.
Why is that?
Well, you might scare their voters away. You're so thin.
That's absurd.
I know, but ladies also like beards, and they'll tease their husbands about it, so they'll vote for you.
Okay, I'll grow a beard.
Breaking news live from Fort Sumter.
We need to get supplies to Fort Sumter, or else I'll have to surrender this. There it is! We're bringing supplies? Oh, yes. We need those. Yep, we're almost there. Oh, okay. Hopefully the Confederates don't attack. Oh! It's shooting me! Oh, no. The Confederates are attacking. Who would have known? Oh, no. We're not giving you supplies. No, we need those. No. Ah! You're not getting any supplies. We need the supplies. You don't understand. No. They're shooting at us. Oh, no. They've seized the island. I surrender.
That was a disturbing sight. Now back to the newsroom. Thanks for watching Channel 7 Northern News.
Breaking news! 100 people dying from cholera. Okay. Are we good?
Cool,
Yeah, we're going. Wait, just start a new one. Did you cut it? Don't lean on it, it's gonna break.
Just put your hands on there.
You good? I
get this. Man, that Douglas guy ain't alright. He's a real. You're dumb! Hey, what?
Not yet. Clive, we need money.
Not yet, Clive.
Please, we gotta find some. We owe masters.
I'll find some soon, Clive. I think.
How dare you ain't fast enough? You got like 3 pebbles in there. Do you even know if that's gold?
I know it's gold, okay? I'm not blind like your mama.
That was whoa. I spit in your cereal this morning.
James Marshall has found gold in the hills of.
Hello. Yesterday, John Brown took his loyal followers. Hold on.
In the Dred Scott versus